Do you have Shigaru now?
Yes.
Okay, want to do that then?
Yeah, I'll put it up.
Okay. I swear the Shigaru and the Shigaru and the Gore are not nearly as weak to fire as they used to be. Because I those things used to just like go fucking down to fire.
Yes, I remember
But I
that. I
suppose we
remember the
never
melting.
saw the numbers before. Yeah, like I mean, 20 fire damage to the head. That's like an okay amount, but it's way more weak. I mean, it's more weak to dragon. 25 damage. Whereas I thought fire used to be like the main thing for both of them. All right, let's see here. It's kind of nuts that you can just make the Teostra Soul decoration now and put it on any blast weapon you want. And it just does the same thing, which is raise the damage of blast attacks. Here. Oh yeah, did you guys upgrade your armor since we're in rank 5 now?
Oh,
yeah.
you know what? I should do that before we fight the Shigaru Magala.
Yeah. Could also be why you took some hard hits from that Basil.
You know, that's an excellent point. Goodbye, my entire life savings.
I have far too much money to know what to do with in master rank. Because those cats just keep pumping out things that you can sell like crazy. Like the mine guard ore or whatever and all that kind of shit. Lack stuff.
I did have a bunch of that. Is that from the Meowcenaries? Is that where I got all that shit from?
It's from the Argosy when you do the backroom deals or whatever.
Oh, right. Which is what I have on loop.
Yeah, which is I don't need anything anymore, so I just have them all on backroom deals. And
yeah, same.
You just get a ton of sellable stuff.
Right? I did that right? Because that's how you get like the treasure. That's how you get the treasure chests and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
you'll see a bunch of like red icons.
Yes.
On like the backroom deal things.
Oh, that's where all that ore came from.
Excuse me. No, I don't. For some reason, Fiorine didn't come with me on this one.
Oh, cancer.
No, I think she's done. I think she.
It's back.
It's back.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
I know.
That's never good to hear.
I know, it's really unfortunate.
Should have gotten a colonoscopy.
Hey, did I tell you about someone who is new to our D&D group who has a situation that involves cancer?
No.
Now, what does that mean?
I forget her name. Fuck. I forget her name, but she was going to join our D&D group for our new campaign once we finished the Strahd thing, and she did a few, and then she stopped being able to. She is the one who is the nurse who also has the weird schedule with me that everyone has to work around, but turns out she was diagnosed with leukemia, but
oh, God.
Luckily her brother is a bone marrow match for her, so I think it was like this weekend or something they were going to do the procedure, and she just might be no around Christmas time, I think, but she's going to be good, we think, which is great.
Leukemia is a weird one because there's like 4 different types of leukemia, and like 2 of them are like, oh, this isn't a problem at all, and 2 of them are like, you're absolutely going to die from this.
Well, it seemed like it was a problem, but she did immediately find a bone marrow match within the family.
And then there's that kind of thing where
I'll just try and grab that same Blastoise.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
no,
don't grab the bugs if you're not going to use them.
I use them.
I didn't grab it because I'm not going to use it.
All right, good. I just want to be sure.
Damn.
Sorry, I forget that they disappear for other people when I pick them up.
Oh,
it's fine. I just because people steal them from me and then they just don't get used. So
I'm just here for birds, man.
Usually, when I get the mud beetle, I pretty much just throw it at something right away.
Good. But yeah,
Last
so
soda, I usually wait for a topple.
Well, it's funny because you know how like bone marrow transplants work in leukemia.
I don't.
I don't know how bone marrow transplants work to begin with. I imagine a very, very big needle.
Well,
what
yes,
I imagine
it depends.
A bone marrow transplant looks like is like like a syringe into one of those like popsicle tubes.
You're not wholly wrong. Well, what happens is depends because like sometimes you can get a bone marrow transplant off of like a blood sample when you just need like a few smaller cells. But if you're talking like a full bone marrow transplant, what they do is they'll drill into your pelvis and like harvest bone marrow from that.
Is that just the most accessible and large bone?
You can get a bunch of it without really like disrupting its general thing, and it recovers. But it is an extremely traumatic and intense surgery, invasive surgery that takes a while to recover from.
Yeah, it seems pretty fucking painful to have a hole in your pelvis.
Yeah. And then what you do is for the other person, you give them something that kills all of their bone marrow, and then you transplant the bone marrow, and it'll kind of reset the immune cell thing.
That's
kills
pretty
all
insane.
of their bone marrow where? Everywhere?
Like, pretty sure everywhere.
How does that?
I understand that they have leukemia, so they don't like need it, but you need bone marrow.
Yes,
it's upsetting.
But the point is you have to kill the cancerous cell lines.
Sure.
Because they'll just keep going if you don't kill them.
It's just upsetting how with anything cancer related, it's just like, yeah, we're going to basically almost kill you. So hopefully you make it out of that part.
We have to basically
figure out if it worked or not.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I got the red thing at least.
Good. I know.
Okay. I'm just gonna attack it a few times.
Yeah,
get some Espinoss parts.
Yeah,
maybe?
just get some Espinoss parts. I fucked it up. I fucked it up really bad.
I could go to the Pyre Agnaktor.
And go. So but.
Oh, you know what? It's too late. I'm in the Punisher.
But I have the red, so I can meet you there. Oh, you're in the Mounted Punisher. You said.
Yeah. I'm just gonna wall bang it. Oops.
Hell yeah. Fucking
sure that works.
Sexy and hot. Anyway, yeah, cancer seems bad. I don't want it.
It sucks, yeah.
I would like to not have it, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
I also don't want a heart attack, because that seems bad, so I should really get some blood work done.
Just to check that out.
Yeah, considering my dad had a pretty big fucking heart attack that almost killed him.
Mm.
Yeah.
And they told me, hey, you should get some blood work done to make sure you don't have this thing in your blood that will make you more susceptible to heart attacks.
What did he have?
What was the question?
What did he have that makes him so susceptible?
I forget what it was because this was 2 years ago, and I don't remember the kind of thing in the blood they would need to check for.
Yeah, I think I got a blood test. I think maybe a year and a half ago, and it was something like your triglycerides are like a little high, I guess, but they did not seem to think it was anything of worry.
Well, triglycerides are weird. My triglycerides are the one thing that's good about my blood.
Oh no! What about the rest of it?
Wait, what?
It's mostly fine. It was just that like my cholesterol was like not bad but not great, and my triglycerides were like in the 50s. So it's just like, these are really low.
Yeah.
I can't block that one. That one does not is not for the blocking.
Yeah, Owen had really high triglycerides, and I think, what do they say? I mean, that could come from soda, right?
It can. I think it can come from a lot. Triglycerides are kind of hard to pin down.
But I think my dad also had high triglycerides too, so it's just kind of what our blood is like.
Yeah. There's a medication that primarily targets triglycerides if it becomes a huge issue, but there's a lot of room in that where like anything under 500 is like probably not worth worrying about too much.
Okay, that makes me feel better because you said they were 50?
Mine were 50.
Okay, that's nuts because I was like, man, mine... I think mine was in like the hundreds. Is that bad?
150 is kind of the cutoff where it's just like if it's below 150, it's considered pretty normal. and like
Okay.
150 to like 400 or 500 is considered like high, but maybe not absurdly high.
I
And
think
then
I think mine was like 170, 180 or something. So like
that's
high, but not like
yeah, that's not bad.
super duper high.
Trading
But
size can go really high.
okay, that's good to know. Because you said 50, and I was like, whoa. Maybe mine were way higher than I thought they were.
Anyway, yeah, I
Like
need
I
to
said,
find a primary care physician with my health insurance that I do have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's.
The
I
weird
mean,
thing,
like,
the weird thing about
I would
like
be the
I
one
have
to get on your. Go ahead.
I just have to get it in my fucking head that you're allowed to just make an appointment with someone, just any
Yeah.
doctor in your network, and then be like, hey, can you be my PCP? You just have to do that about it.
I have to. I fucking hate phone calls.
Yeah,
So
same.
I do a really bad job of scheduling things for myself. So like I was really close to scheduling a dentist appointment, and then and we had a few back and forths, and at the last minute they're like, "Oh yeah, we stopped taking that plan of yours this year. So sorry." And I was
And you're
like,
like, I don't want to start over.
I'm like, "All right, fuck it, bye." And then yeah, I haven't contacted anyone since.
Yeah,
I
I
as
should
soon as
do that
get,
like this weekend or something.
my plan is to get do all that as soon as I have insurance and an actual job next year.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have healthcare.gov insurance, so I don't really. I haven't used it once, which doesn't feel great because it's been a whole year now. But
Yeah, I'm still not quite in that year because I got it like at the end of the period, basically, like in December. And I used it to get new glasses, which was good for me. But
that's good. Yeah.
now I have to also. Did you know they can look in your fucking eyes and see if you're gonna have a heart attack? Now that's
No.
Now that is a reductive. But
Is that like
they can
glaucoma
basically
sort of thing?
they can see if there's like a blockage, and I need to be aware of this attack. They can basically see,
Added a lot
hey,
of beams.
are your arteries looking kind of rough? Because it is very easy to look in the arteries in your eye.
Okay.
And-
Oh, so like see if they're atherosclerotic.
Yeah.
Makes
Now,
sense.
so basically, if it's bad, like I believe in an eye checkup, they'll be like, hey, you should get this fucking looked at, but it's not.
Yeah,
It's not like
the
much more
ophthalmologist
than that.
is not going to deal with that.
No, but they will like alert you if you will have to look at it. These are monsters I don't want to fight with a lance. I'm learning.
Yeah, they've got a lot of various things that could come up at you.
And behind and around
Yeah.
and explode. I'm gonna get hit by that again.
Now the Basilgeist armor does have all guard up. Do you not have all guard up?
No, it's I have one of them, but not the other.
Okay. Yeah, the Basilgeist has guard and guard up on it.
Well, fucking good, good for you.
Well, I'm just saying that it's a good one
I
to
know.
aim for.
Yeah, I mean it's I mean I want it because it's the gun lance armor. Anyway.
Yeah. It is pretty much the replacement for the Glacial Agnaktor from 3.
Oh right, Glacial Agnaktor.
Yeah.
God.
That was the armor I hid behind from every monster in Monster Hunter 3.
They have taken so much from us.
Correct.
There's still time for them to put it in, right?
No.
And just make it on par with Elder Dragons.
They're like, we're adding flaming glacial Agnaktor.
Dude, if it's both fire and ice, that'd be fucking
Okay,
insane.
That would be fucking cool, yeah. I'm shocked that they haven't really added a monster like that yet.
Yeah, like
Nice, good KO.
the ice does fire damage because it's just that cold. It burns you.
That'd be neat.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like
But-
that Pokemon move, freeze dry.
Yeah.
We
Or
took
like-
inspiration from that Pokemon move.
Just
Or like
Splatoon.
any Pokemon move in Arceus that freezes you, which is now just burn.
Yeah, but like everything is just burned now in Arceus.
Sort of. Poison. I mean, I suppose poison is burn. Burn is burn. And
What?
freeze is burn. Oh yeah, any thoughts about Scarlet Violet?
I did not watch that trailer yet.
I watched it. I think I watched it on 2x speed. And, looks fine.
Yeah, I'll buy that game and I'll probably enjoy it. And oh,
I think it'll be a good
here.
Christmas list one. I don't think I need it like right away.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably wait until around when you get it, just because I'll play it and I'll enjoy it, and then it depends. Yeah, sometime in November.
All right.
What I'm a little sad about is that like it seems like it's going to just kind of completely usurp Arceus, which I haven't quite done everything in yet.
Oh,
But-
I mean, yeah, I feel like at this point I'm accepting Arceus's fate with myself.
You put a lot of time into it though, so I mean.
Yeah, I got
like
to the
you
beach
wasted
area,
it.
which like I still have a lot to do. But
It's a good ass game. I just like
Yeah.
stopped at one point.
yeah, same. I had
Something
other
else
stuff going on, I guess.
Well, what else did come out?
This?
Was it just this? I feel like something else came out in between. Can't remember.
Well, Arceus was like January.
Yeah.
I played Tunic a bunch. I got real into Tunic for a week or so, and that
Why
was
is
like right
Tunic
around
$30?
that time.
Do you think it
That's
should be
more-
$30?
Yeah, it's worth $30.
Okay.
That game is good as hell. I think you will really enjoy it.
So I just saw it on the eShop and I'm like, huh. Outer Wilds was $15. Or maybe not Outer Wilds. Well, our Hades was $15.
Well, that's just
But I just
that's
thought
just
30
on Super Giant. They should make much more money on that game.
Yeah.
Oh, also, when is Outer Wilds gonna get here?
Who fucking knows, man?
I got hit by it again. Guess what? I haven't learned.
Well, I mean, I guess all you need to do is sidestep, but it is not your default on Lance.
No,
You
it
go
is
ahead
not.
and pop a pilly here.
I'll take a pilly.
Well, I was gonna.
Should I pop a pilly? Popped.
I'm good. Okay, I will take it. I
Yeah,
need to
no,
pop
they
another
really,
pilly here.
they really
like
need
pilly.
to put that game on the Nintendo Switch.
Just giving us an update that like it's gonna take a while.
Oh, hey, that's
Hollow Knight was the other one that was $15.
Hollow Knight was also the other one that ate my time away from Pokemon Legends Arceus. Because I got really into that one.
But again, that was like one of my first Switch games. So I'm like, this game is $15.
Yeah, that's another one that they should make much more money on that.
Like, this is like a potential 80-hour video game.
I think that's probably about what I put into it.
Yeah.
And I still didn't do everything that I like wanted to do.
Mhm.
And then I also played a Jedi video game that was mediocre.
Yeah, that's makes sense. What the
Listen,
hell
it's,
is it that
it's
I've been
far from
playing
the
this
worst
whole
thing
time?
they could have done with a modern Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also pretty much what I've heard.
And for a lot of people who really like the Sekiro game, this combat was exactly what they want out of lightsabers. For me, it was not.
Oh, parrying?
Yeah, I put it down on the lowest
Really?
difficulty so I could just like fucking crush through it. I was just like, I'm not really. Everything feels so slow. It's a lot of just stand around for 5 foot. It's the problem that Aaron Hansen has with Ocarina of Time, where I was just like, I'm just standing in front of 8 stormtroopers, waiting for fucking one of them to finally swing at me.
I mean, that sounds like every Assassin's Creed game as well.
Yeah.
You just like jump into a group of guys as they come at you one at a time, and you dispatch all of them very dully.
Nope. Oh, I avoided it. I don't know how. Finally.
I was sharpening, and somehow you didn't manage to hit me with that.
And bad aim.
Bye. Cool monster though,
Cool monster,
Yes.
though.
and it's also the only thing that comes to this area, which is like one of the coolest areas.
It is very cool. Look at that fucking... that's some Breath of the Wild shit over there.
Yeah.
Oh, we're like 6 months away from Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, which is insane.
Oh,
Very excited for that.
I'm going to be bad at my job for a few months during that game.
I'm gonna look at my home screen for a sec to figure out what the hell I've been playing. Maybe it was just more Monster. I have put like over 700 hours into Monster Hunter, so that would not be surprising.
Holy crap, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That might make it like second to Pokemon X and Y for you only.
Potentially as a single game. I mean, I think Generations is still beating it in the grand scheme, but
It ain't cumulative.
yeah. And this is technically cumulative as well with Sunbreak now.
Sure. But, which is, it gets weird.
It does get weird. 'Cause that obviously doesn't include high rank again.
I was actually going to message you, Tim, the other day where I was just like, listen, I know that you want to play the Outer Wilds game on your Nintendo Switch and you want it to be available there, but fall is Outer Wilds season in my brain for some reason, so you should just get over here and fucking
Kind of see it.
and just do the Echoes of the Eye.
I mean, I really could just pay for it on my PS4, which
Yeah, wait,
has always
yeah.
been an option, but
Yeah.
I really wanted it on Switch. I thought it was, but I also thought it was going to come like within 3 years of them announcing it for Switch.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if it's just at all possible to do it on the Switch.
I'm wondering. Well, Chris and I were just having a back and forth because someone cut the tail.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
shit. I missed
The
that.
tail in the last zone.
I'm gonna go get that.
Yeah, you should do
case.
that. I got a shard. It
I got a
sharded on
mantle.
me. Did you really?
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
I'm gonna fucking break my cartridge for this game.
What was I gonna say? I have fought 2 Shigarus and I've got a mantle from both of them.
What
so
the
hopefully it's
fuck
not that
is...
hard.
Well, like, let's wait till the end of the battle before you complain, Chris. This is the first one you
No,
fought.
because this is an ongoing problem across all of Sunbreak.
But you don't even need Shigaru mantles right now.
I
mean,
will
neither do
because I'm
we,
going to
but,
make the armor. But I think Jordan has a mantle from like literally everything we fought.
It sort of feels like it, but my mantle
Possibility.
percentage has also been very high.
And mine has been very low. That's why I'm upset. Because
It was only
Mother Nature.
Only the Rathalos and the Basilgeist have been tough mantle gets for me so far. I go ahead and pop one of these.
Sure, I'll take a pop. I'll take a sody.
Yeah, Chris and I were just having a back and forth because they just put near Automata. Is that how you say it? Automata?
I would say
never know.
automata.
I've heard it both ways.
Automaton. Automatons is usually how I hear that word pronounced. So
Okay.
I would say automata.
Yeah, that's how I've always said it as well. But that game just came out on Switch, and they had a trailer for it, and it looks like really fucking good, which is
Surprising.
which is not par for the course for like all of these companies and their third-party ports that just look like absolute trash on Switch. Like,
I mean,
so it's
ultimately,
clearly
it is
possible.
a platinum game, right?
Yeah.
I think they were involved, if not the developer. It might have been published by Platinum or something.
Maybe, but they have. There was a red one directly in front of this spider.
Oh, I see the red. Oh well.
Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry.
But
I
yeah,
actually
but I
have a
mean,
gold right now, so it would have been better for me.
if
Go
they
on.
were involved, they have a lot of experience with the Switch
They do. It's just
and
upsetting
the
how
Bayonetta
terrible
people.
games look. Yeah. But like I said, I also thought No Man's Sky looks pretty good, which is, I mean, that's a pretty small team.
Yeah,
Well, at
and
least was, I
that
don't know.
game has potential to run very poorly just because of the inherent
What it is.
conceit.
Yeah. I mean, same with Outer Wilds, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, not same, but like, just in the...
There's a lot of background stuff going on.
Yeah, I think the thing about Outer Wilds that makes it hard to port is that everything is happening at the same time within the universe. Like I think it is all loaded up
Yes.
because that's like the only way they could accomplish that.
I always wondered if it was just, like I said, even possible with that game, because like Control seems like a much like less intense game, and they had to do that like virtually or whatever.
The cloud thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. Control is neat. Like it has a lot of physics for a lot of objects anytime you pull out of the ground, and it is a very visually intensive game.
Yes, Control is also like very specifically like a look how cool these graphics are type game, which Outer Wilds is not. But I am hoping that that's the reason it's taking so long, is just that they want it to run not like shit and look not like shit. Like
and
all of these other games.
And it's still a small dev team, and they want to make their first breakout game not be disappointing on the Switch, which could unlock a whole new market.
Look, I want it to be as good as possible, because the second it's out, I'm getting it. But
yeah.
Love a time loop game.
Ah! I got shot in the back by Jordan and almost got murdered.
Sorry.
Team kill.
It's okay. Just how it goes.
Laser.
Did anyone see Donkey's video on Overwatch 2?
No.
I saw the thumbnail of it when you sent it to me.
I don't think I sent it to you.
You sent me the thumbnail. Or like you sent me the fact that has a video about Overwatch 2, I think. Or was that a different Donkey?
No, it was the fucking Last of Us. He did another video about The Last of Us.
Right. Those games, it's bad that those games occupy the same part of my mind now, because I enjoyed Overwatch 1 a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just too embroiled in bullshit to enjoy properly at this point. Like it probably still plays okay once you have it up and running. It probably plays like Overwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that got very frustrating on its own at a certain point.
Well, I think we stopped for a good reason.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true.
It was just not very fun to play together.
Yeah, I mean it like I was just once again looking at my hours or whatever, and I have like a shitload of time on support because you just had to play the game. Yeah. And same with tank for Chris, and now they've relegated it to only a single tank.
Same for tank for me, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like more pressure on the thing that no one wanted to play to begin with, but everyone had to play.
Yeah.
And I wanted to play Sigma, and it's just I eventually got fucking tired of always going up against the same tank duo.
Zarya and Reinhardt.
Yeah.
Just like occupied the meta for the entire time we played the game.
And Reinhardt and Roadhog were super unfun for me to try and play against.
Well, and then there's also just the fundamental issue that it just wasn't. It was just way more fun to play DPS.
Mm-hmm.
And that game was just never going to, was uninterested in solving that problem.
That never stopped being true. I mean, it seems like the new support character is meant to kind of bridge that gap for that class for the first time, other than Moira, who's just like fucking insane. But like actually kind of make it fun to be a healer, like run around, jump on walls and shit. But
yeah, it's just like, I think the fundamental issue with that game was that the support and tank felt like work, and DPS felt like fun, so everyone wanted to play the fun class.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because there's just so much less. I mean, you are dependent on your DPS being good, obviously, but you have so much less resting on your shoulders as a DPS. You just go in and murder, and if you don't murder, you get killed, and you're bad at the game, but you don't feel like you are the reason everything collapsed, even if you are.
Yep.
And no one yells at the DPS about shit. They yell at the shields and the healing. But anyway, yeah, I can't imagine making it a 5-player game with one tank suddenly would fix that problem. It seems like it would exacerbate it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, they got rid of stuns, which, like, again, was Brigitte's entire game plan.
Yeah, that's how she took care of like dives.
That was like her literal reason to exist was
Yeah.
to like control the screen a little bit while healing.
Yeah, like a tracer pops in, zaps in, you bop them with the shield really quick, and do a whack
Try
or
and
two.
take care of them, or
yeah,
like either kill them or at least like fend them off from.
or then push them away. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't even understand what her character would be now.
Did I
mantle
plunder a
first?
Skymerald?
Oh
No, an Espinoss
Did you?
mantle? My cat got an
Oh.
Espinoss mantle for me.
What? I don't think my cat has ever gotten the rare.
That's the literal only time I've noticed items plundered being anything.
well,
Well, hey, there you go.
Oh,
no can complain anymore.
That's not true. Because
At
did
least
you also
you-
get a mantle in your rewards?
No, I did not. I got a
Okay.
mantle from the tail, but that's it.
Okay.
I got no mantle that time. But I've already gotten my 2. All the Shigaru and Gore stuff just looks so good. I want to make all of it.
Sure.
It's
That's
not,
a lot of mantles you're gonna need.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
Wow, I didn't get a Shigaru Magala Lightwing, which I needed for the
That was
waist.
my last carve, actually.
Huh.
I carved 3 fucking Cortexes, and I was like, am I going to get 4 Cortices? And it was a Skywing or whatever, and I'm like, well, at least it's something.
Yeah, I just need a single one of those and I'll have that armor made.